Okay, I feel a lot of resonance with what you're saying. And I think what I've been trying to feel my way through this conversation ever since I made the decision to come here, which was just a little bit earlier today. And I
Good decision.
Yes. And I think that it might have to do with some fine-tuning with my vibration. I'm in a place where I really love clarity. And I love when there's fun, and I love to play with the cooperative components. And that feels so good to me. And I get into those states, and it's really wonderful. And then sometimes I feel like maybe my external is not matching with the internal fun that I want to have. And it's not necessarily a painful place to be. But for example, today I decided to go get some food. I missed my turn to the restaurant. I thought, okay, let's go to another one. Maybe there's something fun for me there. I went there. Lunch was okay. They were playing kind of sad music. I got a little bummed out, and I was like, well, why did I have to go here? Then I went home, so it just kind of was like this, what I wanted to be an adventure, and it ended up just kind of being like, I don't really know what that was.
All right, well, it sounds like an adventure to us. Okay. Because an adventure, it's about the peaks and the valleys, all right? Mm-hmm. So here's what happens with so many humans, and we noticed this with Charlie as well. You find this good place, you receive the message, and you say, ooh, I'm feeling so frisky. Mm-hmm. This is so good. Mm-hmm. And then you open the door, and then, oh no, it's humid. Oh, there's a mosquito. Oh, my mother's calling, all right? And so when we come forward to share these messages with you, why we speak to you about that inner aspect is because oftentimes you find this good place and you sort of look out there for signals and you say, I have no synchronicities today, I must not be on my path, all right? But it is not about that, all right? Because, see, the beings who have sort of arrived at a very spiritual, sort of what you call spiritual place in their experience, they arrived there not because of the ease of the physical circumstances, but the ease that they found within. Mm-hmm. And whenever they were sort of coming into contact with physical circumstances and it was something that was not matching their inner world, they weren't judging it, all right? Because in that judgment, you create separation, all right? So if you were to walk through this day again, and let's say you were to truly being in alignment, you'd walk and miss the turn and say, oh, this is fun, I wonder where this is going to lead me. And you walk in and you hear the music and you say, oh, wow, it is a bit dramatic, isn't it? And when you are not in resistance to it, even that music can reveal things to you. Maybe it opens up something that you have been wanting to know. Maybe it simply makes you laugh because you realize, oh my goodness, I'm feeling so good, and look at this sappy music, all right? So what we want to say is that when you are truly in alignment, there's no buts. The buts become part of the experience because the fun in the experience oftentimes is not so much this destination of, it's all good, good, good. It's about noticing those moments of resistance and sort of playing with them, all right? That's when the real fun comes in, all right? Because, see, humans sometimes will say, I'd like to quit my job and go somewhere, and they do that and they say, I'm bored. I'd like some kind of contrast and resistance into my experience, all right? And then that contrast and resistance comes in, and when they are in a state of flow, they flow through it, all right? And it heightens the experience. But what happens is as you are practicing this state of vibration, there's still within you a wanting of control, of wanting to control the outer environment, all right? And that's why, we were mentioning about children, that they are good teachers because they have a mind of their own, and they will do whatever they can to make sure that their needs are met, as they should be. And so parents will become frustrated, and they want to control the child. They will say, oh no, you can't cry right now. Oh no, you can't go over there. All right? And this sense of control becomes part of your physical experience. All right? You say, you are bothering me right now. You need to change. Change that music, and I'm going to feel better. All right? But how about feeling better with that music playing? All right, we'll give you another example, and this is quite powerful because, and it is a bit dark, all right? So beware, because sometimes humans, we'll speak about these things and they'll say, well, that's a bit dark, all right? Darkness is also part of experience. So recently Charlie went on a trip, all right? And it turned out to be a very strange experience. And it was not going as she expected, not at all. As a matter of fact, she was mistaken for a spy. We understand, it sounds very surreal, but things like this do happen in other parts of the world. And so it was starting to become very, very dark, the reality around her, where her physical freedom felt threatened. And so she was able to navigate through it. But she noticed something at this place where she was visiting. There was an instance where one of the journalists was captured and thrown into prison simply for reporting the news. And so in the news she watched as this young woman stood in this prison. It was not a very nice prison at all. And just smiled with her shoulders back. And what she witnessed was not a woman in prison, but a free woman. Because she was not allowing the circumstances to dictate how she felt. And she thought, aha, she gets it. She really gets it. And this is very big because so many humans, especially when you are sort of living in the comforts of the physical world, you become a little bit lazy, all right? And we mean this, we do not mean this physically. You can work very hard, but we mean this internally, all right? And so the smallest thing ticks you off. But when you truly become masters, when you really get into this state of flow, everything around you becomes a part of the adventure. And you sort of stand there smiling with your shoulders thrown back and you say, well, this is interesting, isn't it? All right. So next time that you are finding you enter a place and it is not meeting your sort of criteria for feeling good, notice if you can make that internal adjustment. Instead of saying but, say and. How can I expand this adventure today? All right? Because sometimes the greatest joy comes from working through these moments, of feeling yourself, feeling good in these moments.